Hello and what's up everybody, this is Pete, and in this video we're gonna take a look at the colors and shadow. So there are a couple of ways for using colors and shadows in CSS. So let's take a look at them and get started. First of all, I have already created my HTML document file over here and linked this CSS file, style.css file, so you can see this is my file that I have linked over here. And as in my previous video, I have already discussed about the targeting elements. Let me just create one of my element over here, which is the h1 tag over here. So inside of this h1 I can write anything, so I can write like hello speed, and now I'm gonna target this. So in my previous video I have already discussed about the targeting the element. You can target the element by their tag names, by the class, or by the id. So in this video we're gonna target the elements by using their tag name only. So first of all I'm gonna target the body, and I'm gonna give it a background of, okay, so you can see a number of properties of background. So we will be discussing background properties later in the session. But as for now, as in this video, we are only going to work with the background, okay? Because I'm going to show you how you can use colors by different methods, okay? So let's just take a look and see over here that I can just directly choose any of the name of the color. So I can just directly write like red, blue, green, purple, salmon, royal blue, slate blue, or whatever the color I want. So I'm going to choose the royal blue over here. Means I am directly writing the name of the color, and the color is going to be applied on my background, on my body. So what I have to do over here, now I have to go, means I have to open it with my live server. And on my browser, you can see that now my background is of color, royal and blue in color. Okay. So this is the one way of adding color, means you can just directly add the color by their names. And now if you want to add the colors to something, sorry, so I want to change the color of my text, which is a h1 tag over here, and I want to change it to like white in color. So what I can do over here, I have hex code for that. So hex code can be written in hex, as the word suggests has. Hex means 7-digit code, okay, but what was a 6-digit code, sorry, but we generally go with 3-digit for general purposes. And if we want to go for specific color, okay, so if we want to go for like something color which doesn't exist in names or in 3-digit hex code, then we go for 6-digit hex code, okay. So you can just write like hashtag, and then after that you have to put the 6-digit for writing the keyword, okay. So you can see that my Visual Studio Code IDE is just showing me that this FFF represents the white color, and on my browser it will going to give me the text color of white. So I'm going to work with these 3 hex code only. And now you can see that I'm having a white text color, you can see over here. And if I want to change the color of body, okay, so there is one more method for changing the color of body. What I can do over here, okay, body, or means there are 2 more methods for adding the colors. So I can just write like RGB and then place the 0 0 0 0, okay. So RGB stands for red, green, and blue, okay. All the colors are in your system are made by mixing of these 3 colors only, which is red, green, and blue. So by mixing these 3 colors, you can make any of the color as per your wish. So what you have to do, you have to write like the RGB, then open the parenthesis. The parenthesis means the color. You can see this brackets, and inside of this brackets you have to write like 0 0 0, means the value of R, the value of green, the value of blue. And after that, if you want to choose a color, okay, because it will be difficult for me to memorize all the hex code, means it will everyone has difficulty in memorizing all the hex code for choosing the specific color. So what a developer has done over here, means it provides us the RGB, or I can say this Visual Studio Code ID provide us a color panel over here. So by hovering over it, I can get my color over here, means you can see that I am having the color, and I can choose any of the color from here. So as per my wish, I am going with purple, something like this, or maroon. Okay, this color looks good for me. Now I'm going to show you that this, my color got changed, and I don't know the name of the color because I have just choose the random color over there. You can just call it any of the color you want. Okay, and now what I want, okay, the one more method for adding the color, means I can just go with RGBA, means it is similar to RGB only, meaning also going to take the 3 input, but the A stands for alpha value, and alpha means the opacity of the color, how much the lighter or dark theme the color will going to be applied. Okay, so by default I'm going to starting with a 0. So if I go over it, means if I hover it, I take my mouse cursor and just hover it, it's also going to give me the color panel over here. I can choose any of the color from here. So I'm going to deal with the green color. I'm just going with this. Okay, so here you can see that this panel, the slider you can see over here. So this stands for the alpha value. You can choose the alpha value from here. Okay, either you choose from 0 or 1, means the complete top it will be your 1, or you can say 0, and this is stand for, means you can just choose in between. So I'm going to work with the 0.5 or something like this. So now if I go on my browser and show it to you, it is light and green in color. Okay, you can see how cool this color look like. Oh, and what? Okay, and similarly if I go with 0, you can see I got a complete white color because the color is not going to be affected. The opacity will be 0. Okay, I mean, it is completely transparent. No color is going to be shown on there. You can see over here the opacity is now 0. The means if I zoomed it for you, wait for a second. You can see the opacity. It is not showing me any color. It is showing me uh just like random only. Okay, and now I can choose over here like uh 0.3, and it's going to show me a little bit more color over here. 0.4, 0.5, and if I go with 0.7, then you can see with it I get a lightish color over there. Okay, so these are the 4 ways for dealing with the color. So in this method, in this way you can deal with the colors. Okay, I hope you guys now understand how you can add the colors and remove it. And now I'll move on to the what I'm dealing with over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna work with the shadows. Okay, so I have 2 to 3 ways to deal with the shadows. Oh, sorry for this. Okay. So I'm gonna create a div tag over here. The div tag, as my previous video I have already discussed, the div tag is used for creation of the different section on your browser. Means if you want to create a different section in your website, then we are going to work with the div section on your div tags. So I'm gonna work with like something. Okay, so I'm creating a div and giving it a class of box over here. Okay, and I'm just not putting nothing inside of it. It is a null tag. You can see nothing got affected over here. But now if I want to uh, check this out, then I can go over here. I can just target this like box. I can give it a height. You're familiar with height and width. Or in my previous video, I guess in HTML we have also discussed with the height and width. So I can give it like height and width of 500 pixels, similar width. Or I can go with like, okay, 500 pixel will be more enough. Okay, and I can give it a background of something like sea green, something like this. So let's check this out. Oh, okay, sorry guys. I have zoomed it out. That's why. Okay, I'm given a base of 100%. Okay, sorry, 100%, and this of 50 pixels. This will be quite it. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to you. And now I'm gonna deal with the yes your shadows over here. So first of all, let me just work with the text shadow. So I'm gonna write text inside of it, which is the H1 tag, and I'm going to align this to the center, so I can give it like center over here. This is used for centering any tag, and any text or any of the part of your body, means you can just center any of the things by writing inside of this center tag. And I can write like speed over here only, or welcome to speed. Okay, let me show it to you. You can see it now, it is in center. Okay, so web coder speed, and now want to give it a text shadow. What I can do here, I can just target my H1 over here, and I can give it like text shadow. You can see this is a text shadow, stand for text shadow. So first of all, this stand for your vertical, horizontal means like this. Wait for a second, let me just write this code and then I will be telling you more. Okay, so I can give it like black, and I'm going to write it like this. First of all, this and this. Let me zoom this out for you. Okay, and now again 3 pixel will be wide enough. Okay, so you can see over here this first of all, if I just comment this out, okay, so I can write like text shadow over here, and inside of this the first one is your for horizontal, means it will going to take the horizontal value over here, horizontal, and the second one is going to take the vertical value. The third one is going to take the alpha value, means you are familiar with alpha as I discussed in this is also alpha. Okay. Alpha is going to means bold or give the opacity. Okay, how much blur or how much dark the color was is going to be there. So you can see over here that by giving it 3 pixel, that shadow is now shifted toward 3 pixel to the horizontal side. Okay, and if I give it 3 pixel to my this also means this is for vertical. You can see where this is for vertical. So this is gonna give me the vertical 3 pixels. And now you can see now my text is vertically like this. I can change the color of it so it will be more clear for you. I'm giving it white color, and now you can see, now you can clearly see the shadow which is white in color. So welcome to webcoder speed is now slightly shifted towards the bottom side and towards the right side, means 3 pixels from towards the left right side and towards the bottom side. I can also change it like 5 pixels and 10 pixels. Now it will be, means I have changed it, I have given it 5 pixels from the uh, means we're going to shift toward the 5 pixel toward the right side, and we're going to shift bottom side to the 10 by the 10 pixels. So you can see over here now just 10 pixels from the top and 5 pixels from the left side, and now it will look like this. I can blur this out, so I can go over here and I can add the alpha value over here. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, I have just mentioned. And the fourth one is the color, means you have to specify the color. So in the third place, you have to specify how much opacity you have to given to the this, how much blurriness. You can see the blurriness you have to provide this text. Now you can see I have given it 5 pixels, so it's completely blurred out over there. If I give it like 2 pixels, you can see it is a little bit blurred. And if I give it like 1 pixels, then it is mean blur but not that. Okay, you can just play with this text shadows like this. And now I want to give the shadow to my box, so same for this also. I mean, it will also going to take the same values like this. So I can just copy this out, I can paste this over here, and I have to change it like this box shadow. Okay, means the parameters are same, and it will also going to change, give me the horizontal value, take the horizontal value, vertical value, the alpha value, and the color value. So I can give it like 3 pixels, 3 pixels, 3 pixels, and the color of purple. Sorry, not like this, purple. And now you can see in my web browser that now shadow is applied to my this. I show it to you by zooming it. You can see over here that now my shadow is applied to it. And I have also given the blurriness to it. I mean, if I just give it like 0, then you can see it is completely dark. No blurriness over there. It doesn't look good. If I give it the blurriness, then it look good. You can see how good it look like. Awesome. Okay. So okay, you can also add like color to the inside also, means top over side, means for now you can see that I'm having the color only. Okay, let me remove this first. As for now, you can see that only having the color from the bottom side of the right side. But if I want to color on the top side also, over the this and the left side, then I can give it like inset over here. And after that, I can give the same parameters like 3 pixels, 3 pixels, 5 pixels, and purple or whatever the color I want. For example, I give it like black. So you can see that on my top of the screen, I get a black color over here. You can see this is a black in color. And if I want to make a uniformism effect, then I can give it like negative 3 pixels. Okay. And I'm giving it a color of purple only. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. So now you can see that I'm having a blackened color. Okay. Instead, oh, sorry for that. I have to give this not over here. I have to specify this over here. Okay. Because negative means it will going to give me means the inset is now completely inverse. Okay. By giving it negative value. So you can see now it is reversed. Now all the value was on the upside. And if I give it like this, so it will also going to reverse. Means the negative value is going to reverse the color properties. Okay. It will also going to give me the same result only. You can see. So means there are a couple of ways to deal with this. Okay, you can play with different types of property and you can make any of the text shadow and box shadow. I hope you guys understand it, how you have to work with these shadows.